Good morning, welcome back to Utah Highways and yet another trail report. This morning I'm going to show you one of the most accessible trails along the Wasatch Front, maybe, especially for you Orem and Provo residents. This is the Indian Road Trailhead, and you can get here, like if you're coming on Orem's 800 North, you just turn right down onto University Avenue, take an immediate left up Canyon Road, and then an even more immediate left up this road to the trailhead. And as you can see, it's not really a very heavily trafficked place. So I sometimes see maybe 3 cars here, but it's got kind of a nice little park with 2 picnic tables back there and bathrooms, but they are closed, so don't count on those. If you need one, head over to Cascade Park over there on 800 instead. Another nice thing about this trailhead is there are several options you can take. So what we're going to do is we're going to head up and around and up, and we're going to go up the steep way. You can go either way, and we're going to go right up to the top, and that'll give us 830 feet of elevation gain in 3.2 miles. If you take the next option down, you go up and turn off before going over the top, and the top has kind of some nice little views. You can see California from there, you will see. If you turn off a little sooner and then cut back down on the single track, that's 540 feet of elevation in 2.4 miles. And then if you want to take the mildest one of all, you just take the single track until you hit the road that cuts across. It's kind of a fork of the Bonneville Shoreline Trail. Then you can go all the way to the Squaw Peak Road, and that's 4.2 miles with 580 elevation gain. So if you want to do it backwards, that's fine, and it's not so steep going up. If you want your workout and then enjoy the way down and run and stuff, that's the way I like it. So that's the way we're going to go. And as I said, it's really not a very frequented. Maybe if more people came, maybe they'd open the bathroom or something. So for once, I'm promoting a hiking area, hoping more people come instead of saying, this is beautiful, I'm sorry if I bring a lot of crowds to it. In fact, today we're going to hike with the local Strava local legend, and a local legend is the person who has hiked a certain trail the most times in the past 90 days. And that person is me, because I have hiked it twice. That's how unbusy this place is. So let's get going. I'll show you around. You can get to the trailhead, just walk past the restroom here. Oh, and by the way, on the side of this, there is an area, water trough for your horses if you've got those. Or if you're really desperately hot and you didn't bring water, dunk your head in this. Probably don't want to drink it. But hey, bring a filter, you're just fine. And then the trail comes right up here. Go right up there to the road we're going to walk up, or continue the slightly more gentle slope to it. Continue up this dirt road for almost a quarter mile before you get your first options, and then we'll start getting a little higher. It'll feel a little bit less dry once we get into some of the trees. At 4.2 miles, you come to this big corner, and you got a choice. You got the single track going off to the left, and that is the more mild choice. And then you got the road going up, and this is the way we're going to take, so we can get all the steep out of the way, enjoy the way down a little bit more. But just a la carte, you know, however you want to do it, it's up to you. Come around another bend, and here the road splits. And we're gonna stay left and kind of stay on the ridge to get up on top. Some very nice views up there, as you'll see. And you could also go right, and that wraps around the mountain a little ways, comes back. And if you do that, then you've got a little bit more steep kind of road to climb. So if that's your kind of thing, then go right. Up around the ridge, we're going to join the single track. It did some switchbacks below us. We're gonna join this for about 200 feet, and then we'll stay on the road, climb the ridge while single track cuts across. You can go straight here if you want. There's a nice overlook the canyon over there, or just stay on the main trail. Just around the corner we cross another dirt road, and this would have been an option if you went around to the right down lower and you walk past that radio tower, and you can just walk right over this fence. This is just to stop vehicles from coming. This is all Provo city land. We're gonna go up and hit that ridge, hit our next road, and then turn up. So that nice viewpoint is just over that hill. Here's our road. Single track just crosses it. This is where we'll be coming back. And by the way, that's a really fantastic hiking, biking, running road. Good surface, not too much rock. The roads here are a little rockier, but no big deal. We've got a couple more climbs to get up to that summit ridge up there. Another road crossing, we'll continue up, and you can see the other road traversing. You can see the single track going up and the road traversing. That's that intermediate route I told you about. There's also this cutoff road, and even shorter intermediate road goes and runs into the single track as well. And this one, if it continues, you hit a sign that says you're heading toward the gun range, no trespassing beyond this point. This looks like another road, but it's not. It's just a turnaround point for machinery or something. Maybe someone wants to build a house there. And if you veer too far to the south, you start seeing these no trespassing signs. Smith Farm or something. Here we are, our last road crossing for a while. And we'll continue up the beautiful summit ridge. Well, we've made it to the top, just another dip or two over there. Beautiful views as promised. And also, as promised, I give you California. All that white stuff in the air, all that smoke, that's California fires burning. So sad, so sorry. God bless you, firefighters. Stay safe. On the other hand, if you happen to be a recent transplant from Los Angeles, you can just imagine that this is the smog from your morning commute, and you'll feel right at home. One more pro tip, by the way, bring some water. Keep yourself comfortable up here. And tomorrow, by the way, we're going to be heading up to the Uintas to Mirror Lake Highway. We're going to see if we can escape some of this haze on Bald Mountain and a little hike to Ruth Lake. So be sure to subscribe. Don't miss out on all the beautiful action. We'll be posting more and more of these trail reports. And by the way, if you've hiked this trail or any of the other trails on UtahHighways.com on our YouTube channel, please sign the register, also known as the YouTube video comments, and let us know current conditions, what you thought about the trail, how hard it is, how easy, how beautiful, how worthwhile, whatever, parking conditions, mosquito conditions, whatever it is. Do a favor to the hiking community and biking and mountain motorcycling, whatever. Everybody's, there's places for everybody, horseback riders, and fill them in. Help them know which seasons to climb, etc. Or just say hello. All right, end of the ridge. We've hit our last high point here. It's all downhill from here, so let's get you oriented. First we got Mount Timpanogos there, Little Baldy, Cascade over here. And on the end of that ridge, let me zoom in here, you can see the Squaw Peak Road kind of cutting across there. And then you can sort of see there's a cutaway right there in the mountain. It's obvious when you're driving up. And from there, the dirt road, which is the Bonneville shoreline at this point, which wraps around and around and around. Oh, right there. And that's the way, that's the flat way, that's the 4.2 mile one with like 540 elevation. And we're gonna catch a trail that comes down to that, Smith Ditch, it's called. Comes along over here. And we'll also intersect when we get down here. We'll drop down the ridge, and you can see right there there's kind of a little faint trail. You can get over to that trail. There's another one just before it. And this trail that goes across is also the Bonneville shoreline. Goes and wraps around. those next peaks, and then if you stay on this road we're on, it goes around and wraps down over there. I don't know if you run into private property, and we'll see a sign back here that says Lookout Point, but I don't know if that's pointing down that road to the south and west, or if that's talking about this peak up here where we're at. Oh, and also from right around there, like, we'll turn left onto Bonneville Shoreline, and then immediately right over here there's a trail that cuts up, and that's the Cactus Hill climb, and that comes around and runs into the Squaw Peak Road on that first really tight switchback where you can see the valley. So we took that first little cut off, and here's the sign, Lookout Point. It's obviously over there, but do you turn left or right there? I'm gonna suspect that it's up where we just were. Can you hear a little bit? We'll see the Cactus Hill turn off just as we drop down. And right here we've got a BST sign, Bonneville Shoreline. It's down below is also Bonneville Shoreline. I guess it has some forks. High tide, low tide, who knows. And right down there, kind of at the bottom of the hill, you see where Cactus Hill turns up. Or actually, not the bottom, that's where we're going. Right here is where Cactus Hill turns up. Pretty connector, Cactus Hill connector. Pretty moderate little climb. It's a good one. Makes a nice loop. Now we're on single track for the rest of Smith's Ditch until we hit the road down there on the lower BST. And more of the beautiful views of Timpanogos. Here we are now back, and normally I would go straight and finish our loop back at Indian Road Trailhead. But as long as I'm here showing you around, let's go right. There's my sign for Smith Ditch, which we just came up. Let's go right here, and I'm going to show you one more feature here along the BST. Two more, actually. Also a commentary, please don't do this. Don't throw your toilet paper, your tissues right off the trail. They last forever, they're disgusting. Bring yourself a little baggie to carry them out with you, please. Same with your doggy bags. Thank you. Feature number one, you see this road cutting off, and this just goes up maybe 100 feet and then drops through this little ravine and comes right back down to this trail, because up around the next corner, the trail gets too narrow for vehicles to drive on. Not that this is open, this is closed, but you know, emergency maintenance vehicles and such. And here we are at this corner, and feature number two is a little watering hole. There's a break in this pipe, and you can see where the pipe continues up. It's a, what do you call it? Anyway, it goes down and back up. And this is a great place to splash some water on your head on a hot day. So refreshing. And if you come here in the evening, by the way, there's a pretty good chance you're going to startle a deer or something. You're going to be able to go crashing up through those trees, probably banging its shins and all kinds of stuff. Sorry. And you'll see rabbits on the trail. And actually, that's probably, you know how I was saying there's hardly anybody on these trails? Probably because, or if I got up and came here first thing, I'm sure I'd see a lot more, instead of doing the other little things and then getting up here where it's hotter in the evening. See a few more people around as well. Feels good. Nice and cool. All right, let's head back. See, here's where it turns to single track. And goes back, and then just right around there you run into the Squaw Peak Road. So we're almost all the way there. Thorough. Gun range is right down there, by the way. Here's our pipe. show you the end of the road so you can know for sure where to pick people up if you're gonna do a little shuttle. And from this end of the pipe, there's where your road goes up to cross through that ravine. There's the gun range, and we are almost there. See the Squaw Peak Road over there, and here it is. It's easier to park across the road than right here a little bit, and if you continue along that road, cuts across, goes around, and that'll take you back to Bridal Veil Falls. It's a nice hike. There's also some trails that cut up, like up to Hope Campground. Really beautiful. They're like a lot of shade, trees. You get into some pines. A little bit steep. There's some deep, steep gullies carved out by the avalanches coming down off Cascade. So more worthy hiking. Lots to do. All right, we're gonna head down now. I'll show you the turnoffs to get down to the single track for the nice way back. And remember to subscribe. Join us for tomorrow's hike up to the Mirror Lake Highway, Western Uintas, Mount Baldy, Ruth Lake. Beautiful stuff. Hopefully out of the smog a little bit. Really not that far away. Also worth a visit for sure. Squaw Peak Road was about 2.8 miles. Here we are back at our turnoff at 3.46. Back on the BST. We'll head around. All right, here we come to our first turnoff. They're really obvious. We're getting out towards Cedar Valley. There's a sign marker, and basically whenever sorry, hit the zoom. Whenever you see a trail cut down to the right, just take it. There's just a couple minorly steep sections like this, but overall quite mild. This is brief. Just to there. Dirt road again. And you could go straight and lead back to that road we took up, or turn right. I like the single track best. I think it's more scenic. There to the right, there's that little meadow I mentioned. The road goes over there. Nice views of the canyon. Here we'll cross our previous tracks briefly. This time we'll veer right, stay on the single track. And we'll do a few switchbacks you can see down there and end up back where we belong on that corner, or back where we began. And back to our road where we first turned right. 1.42 back to the bike. So here we are back at the Trailhead Indian Road. This makes 4.82 miles. Now you know your way all around the whole area. Hope that motivates you to get out and move your body. It feels good. Enjoy the area a little bit. Remember to bring some water. And remember to subscribe. And while you're there, while you're checking out the channel, you might notice that sometimes Utah highways lead on to other highways, Colorado highways, Georgia, Appalachian Trail highways, even Florida waterways. So you might want to check out my 9-day solo 120-mile paddling adventure from Naples down through the 10,000 Islands, all the way through Everglades to Flamingo, with storms, with waves washing over the gunnel of my kayak I bought on Craigslist, with crocodiles snapping at me so loud it hurt my ears. New Year's Eve, unexpected party shows up. Lots of good times. Anyway, hope you enjoy it. Enjoy the channel. Thanks for subscribing, sharing, be safe, and come back tomorrow for our adventures in the Western Uintas. And until next time, this is Utah Highways reminding you that only you can prevent forest fires. So never leave a campfire unless it's cold out. Spread out those coals, pour some water on it, pee on it if you have to. Don't risk burning down our beautiful outdoors. Thanks. See you next time.